Hey, I'm Kai from Flamenco Explained. In this video, we're going to look at something really basic but super important, which is how to hold the guitar. People ask about this all the time, so I thought I should just sort of address it. The basic problem, the reason we contort ourselves a little bit to hold the guitar, is that this, with both of our feet on the ground and the guitar on either one of our legs, is just kind of uncomfortable, right? So really, all of the solutions that we're going to look at are about kind of getting the guitar up here, right? Just from here to here. And it makes a world of difference for both arms to be here than here. We're going to look at 4 ways of holding the guitar and 2 ways that I consider not good, right? And the first one is this, right? Because in order to get closer to the guitar, if we have the guitar on one leg and both feet on the floor, we really have to slouch a lot, right? And then once we get here, it's not so bad, right? It feels comfortable, but not really good for your back. And you'll see that one of the things I do with my foot when I'm here is I still want to raise the guitar. So you see a lot of people play kind of like this, hunched over, right, with the heel up. And I should say lately I've been seeing a lot of professionals play this way, people who play really well, and so it's a thing now. But it's just not great for your body, right? To be hunched over like this, it's not really sustainable, right? So this is kind of how we play sometimes on the couch, but this is not something I would recommend. So in order to avoid doing this, there's a couple things that we do. If you've ever seen Paco De Lucia play, you'll notice that he played like this. And as a result, a lot of us play like this, right? This is a really comfortable way for most of the body to get the guitar up to where it needs to be, right? When I started playing because I wanted to look cool and I wanted to look like Paco, I learned how to do this. This is now comfortable for me. I've been doing it for decades, but you know, my leg will eventually fall asleep if I stay here long enough. Not a bad way to go if your body is comfortable doing this, right? If it's not, there's a really simple solution, which is to use a footstool. But not the way classical players use it, right? Use a footstool under your right leg, right? So the difference between this and this is very little. So when I'm gigging or teaching or playing for a long time, sometimes I'll have a footstool and I'll just go back and forth between this and this and this, just as I said, because my right leg will sometimes fall asleep and I like to change it up. Right? So this is probably, I would say, one of the best solutions, right? You don't have to force your body to learn to do this, which is actually not great for your hip. And it gets the guitar up with very little effort on your part. Another solution is the old school way, right? The way people held the guitar until Paco came along, which is this, right? This is actually kind of nice, right? It doesn't bring the whole guitar up. Well, it does, right? But in a different way, at a bit of an angle, right? So this was actually how I was taught to hold the guitar when I first started playing, and it's pretty comfortable. It's more comfortable if you're wearing a t-shirt because the friction between your skin and the guitar will keep the guitar in place, right? If you're wearing a shirt with long sleeves, or especially a suit, if you're performing, it can slide out, right? So sometimes you have to put a little more pressure here than you would like to. That said, tons of flamenco players have played this way forever, so you can get used to this and it can work just fine. There's nothing wrong with this, and it's actually kind of a nice position. It keeps the back nice and straight. Everything's really super accessible. So really, your 3 options that are common in flamenco would be this, or this. Just going to take a sec and acknowledge that the classical position is with a footstool under the left foot, which puts you here. It does make the guitar accessible. To me, it feels a little weird. It's a different way of holding the guitar than we do in flamenco, and I have no objective criteria for saying that this is worse for flamenco, although I've heard some people have opinions about it. It's just really weird for me because it's so unfamiliar. But if you're a classical player and this is how you play and you're comfortable, there's probably no reason you can't play flamenco in this position. If you're learning and you're trying to figure out how to do it, I wouldn't recommend starting here. If you're going to use a footstool, use it under your right foot. If you're comfortable crossing your leg, this is a great way to go. And if neither one of these is really comfortable and this works for you, this is another great way to go. I often will switch between all three, right? Especially if I'm playing for a long time. This is pretty comfortable for a while, but then, you know, the older I get, the less I want to stay in one position for a really long time. So I'll go from here to here. If I have a footstool, I'll go back and forth. I'll move around a little bit. That's just something my body likes lately. But I would probably choose this. This is my recommendation. Footstool under the right leg. Right? I think it puts the least pressure on the body and it gets the guitar exactly where you want it to be.